welcome back. And in the last video posted, if you might have seen that, then I worked on a new cover for my manga, and in that video I also said that once I get the next chapter done, that's when I'm gonna put the whole thing together. So what we're doing today is we're working on that 6th final chapter, and I have already started it, so we're about, I think, a bit more than halfway through. And I think I'm just gonna listen to an audiobook while I work. Gonna start Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Really like the first one, so I think I'll just listen to that for a while, since I don't really feel like putting on any music at the moment. I don't know, sometimes I get like that, maybe after an hour or so. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be working on. This is where I'm at the moment with this chapter 6, and I'm gonna be working on this page. It shouldn't take me that long, since it's all the panels are very similar, so literally the guy on the left, I can just copy and paste him into the other panels when I'm done with him. So that one shouldn't take me long. I don't know if that's going to be the actual total of the pages. I might add in another spread. I'm not quite sure yet, but I might do. But anyways, this chapter is quite a bit shorter than all the other chapters. And that's fine. I kind of just wanted to introduce the sort of main villain of the story in this one. That's the main goal. So yeah, gonna start with that one. I've got my trusty cloth to rest my hand on. I always think to myself that I should probably buy one of those gloves you can get to like rest, so you can rest your hand on the screen properly, but I haven't. The cloth works just fine. I don't know, it's perfectly comfortable, but I feel like the glove would probably be a better idea, and maybe I won't scratch up my screen by accident or something like that, which could happen with a cloth if I'm honest. But I do have a screen protector, it's not that bad. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna work on this one. I hope I can get this page done within like an hour. It shouldn't take too crazy long, since this one is quite a simple one. I'm just going to need to add the text in at the end. It shouldn't take too long. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I can draw and talk at the same time, so if I do talk, it'll probably be a voiceover. And here we are. So as I'm recording this voiceover, I've got one more page to do from this little final chapter of this volume. And then I can just really focus on like putting it all together in like a proper little book, which is all really very exciting. And I think I just really need to not fall into the pitfall, like when I start putting the pages together, that I'll like want to redraw a lot of things, because that's just gonna take a lot of time, and I just need to accept that some of it is not going to be perfect. So that's just how it is. But I can't wait to actually have like a finished copy in my hands. That's very exciting to me, and I can then like put it on my shelf with like the books I buy, and there's gonna be like my book, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Now I have no idea how long the actual formatting of the whole thing is gonna take me, like when I try and upload it and put it into everything. I don't know what maybe I've missed, who knows, there's probably something. I'm hoping it will be a fairly smooth process, but honestly, I have no idea. I really don't. I'm hoping it goes all right. Little intermission here, because I did pop out to the grocery store, and also on my way there, I went to a charity shop, and to my surprise, I found 2 Mo Hader books, which I'm actually really excited for, since I've read 2 of her books, and one of them, The Devil of Nanking, that was amazing. It was so tense at the end, so I'm excited for these hardbacks. They're a bit yellow, but they're £1 each, so I had to get them. I couldn't not. I don't know what horror thriller baddie we lost to give these away, but they're mine now. And speaking of books, I recently finished this one. Amazing book. Honestly, if somebody asked me right now what's my favourite book, it's this. I need to read everything that's written by this man, I think. This was amazing. It's only like 200 pages. Yeah, 200 exactly. Amazing. If you want horror, good. It made me tear up at the end as well. And only 200 pages, that doesn't normally happen with those short ones, but yeah, very good. So yeah, anyways, if you don't care about books, then, well, you're not in the right place, I feel like. But I think I'm gonna make dinner probably soon, and then I'll carry on. You kind of saw what I was working on. I think I've got about 3 more pages to go until I actually finish like chapter 6. So hopefully I can get one of the spread pages that are next done, and yeah, see how far I get on. For the next page, because I want 2 figures there, our main character Cassiel, and then we've got the main villain who's finally introduced like face to face. So I sketched this out traditionally because I find it a lot more, I don't know, natural to sketch on paper. I can move my arm around more, at least that's what I feel like I could do compared to just working on the iPad screen. So I'm gonna take these in and just go over these like normal, like, and then just carry on like normal like I do with everything else on the iPad. So yeah. And the quicker everything goes with the formatting, it also means then the quicker I'll be able to start working on the next chapter, since I think I want to get this like printed and done first, and then just work on like everything else, just carry on with the story. Since if I focus on like 2 things, then it's gonna, both of those things are just gonna take me twice as long than it would normally. So it would just be nice to finish this one thing, this like one little volume of my story, and then just carry on with the rest. With this page, I don't know what it was, but I could not get his legs right. Like, you can see me draw and redraw it like 20,000 times. I don't know what it is. I know, I just feel like I need to get it right, you know? Since it's like the first introduction, we get a full body shot, you know? In the end, it worked out alright though. Also, when I was doing this page, I realised that until this moment, I hadn't ever actually given the main villain a name yet. It was something I always had like in the back of my mind because I couldn't really figure it out. But yeah, until this moment I realised, oh, I need to like name him like right now. It can't just like be in the back of my mind. So I did name him, and I think I'm gonna go with Caleb, which honestly, I quite like the name. It doesn't really have necessarily a meaning like the way Cassiel's name sort of does. But yeah, we're going with Caleb. Honestly, one of the main reasons is because I've been playing Love and Deep Space and Caleb's my favourite. So be that as it may be a slightly stupid reason, but not every name needs a big massive meaning behind it, and I just like the name, so we're going with that. Unless I like somehow change it in, between now and whenever I upload everything. And speaking of names, all these characters, while I have first names, there are no last names. I don't know, maybe I should make some, just figure it out. But at the moment, they're not really necessary since they're not like in proper society. They're just like on the fringe, So, I don't know. Right now, they're just on first name basis, these guys. There isn't really much I have to say about like the spread or anything else at the moment. You can just see me working on it. And I think I'm just gonna leave you here, guys, and you can watch me finish off this page. And yeah, hopefully the next time I update you, maybe I'll have the little book printed, or, I'm getting it ready. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll stick around for more.